Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video on my whole supplement stack. There's quite a bit here, and this is everything I'm taking at the moment for optimization of my health alongside my TRT. So, first things first is my testosterone replacement therapy. I take testosterone and enathate. I take 100 milligrams a week, split into 50-50. Every Monday, I take 50 milligrams, and every Thursday, 3.5 days later, I take another 50 milligrams of testosterone and enathate, and that is my TRT. And I've done a few videos on this where I'm actually feeling much better. My test levels were significantly low. I was at a very low testosterone level and feeling a lot better taking my TRT. All right, alongside my TRT, I have noticed over the past, I would say 6 to 8 months, I'm going bald a little bit. Had significant hair thinning around the edges of my temples, and my hair was falling out at a rate that I didn't really like, in the shower especially. So we have gone hair protocol as well. So some of these supplements are hair related. First thing is my topical minoxidil that I take every day. I spray this in areas where I notice that I have been thinning, and minoxidil, as I said in my previous video on my hair protocol, I won't go into too much depth here, but the idea behind this is that it lengthens the amount of time that your hair is in a healthy growing stage, so hopefully holds on to new hair that is grown for a longer period of time. And I have noticed a few baby hairs growing in areas where I am applying topical minoxidil, so I'm happy with that. And this is a foam, really easy to apply, and if you're interested in more, go and check out my hair protocol video. But that is one of my supplements that I take every day. Moving on, I supplement my minoxidil use with a topical derma roller. Now this roller I roll in areas of skin. I do this every 7 to 10 days, and this has been really beneficial at growing new hair in my scalp, especially in areas near my temples that were receding. The research has shown very promising results with derma rolling. I wouldn't recommend a derma roller, and I do have a derma stamp on the way. And the reason I don't recommend a derma roller is I just find it hard to keep it consistent. So the pressure, you only get a small part of the actual derma rolling contacting your skin at any one time. So I've got a stamp that you can just stamp in and pull out, and stamp in and pull out, and that I feel like is much better. There are also motorized derma rollers. Derek from More Plates More Dates speaks a lot about this, but having a motorized or automatic derma roller is something that I would also look into as well. But yeah, derma rolling in the research has been shown to be very beneficial in terms of hair growth, even beating minoxidil in one study. My next more experimental one is RU58841. Random chemical name, but the idea behind RU58841 is that this occupies the active site of androgen receptors. So it is an androgen receptor antagonist, in that it doesn't work like dutasteride, which I'm about to show you. It actually occupies the active site and kicks out, hopefully, or tries to block testosterone and DHT from binding to androgen receptors in the scalp tissue. So I just apply about 0.5 ml of this in the morning to my scalp tissue here, in the hope that this can actually kick out DHT from binding. So if I can stop DHT binding as much to these androgen receptors in my skin here and my hair follicles, then hopefully my hair follicles will be a lot healthier, because we know that DHT, dihydrotestosterone, is the worst hormone probably ever in our bodies. Like, there is very little point to DHT, apart from maybe some sexual health and bone density, but you can get that from testosterone. Like, there's not much point to DHT in the human body. It's just a shit hormone that ruins our hair and increases our prostate weight. So yeah, it's barely anabolic, it's just very heavily androgenic. And yeah, so this hopefully is stopping DHT from binding to my hair and saving it. And I've been on this for about a month now. Now, I wouldn't recommend this because there is absolutely no research on RU58841 or no long-term studies, so don't use it is what I'm saying. I'm just giving you the science of how it works. And yeah, I hopefully have seen some regrowth and will continue to see some regrowth in my hair using this and getting DHT out of the way of my androgen receptor so it's not binding, and this is actively occupying the active binding site of an androgen receptor so that DHT can't get in there. Yeah, that's the idea behind RU58841. Telmisartan is my next one. I take 40 milligrams, so half a tablet per day. This is an angiotensin receptor blocker and will reduce angiotensin 2 binding to the receptor and increasing blood pressure. Usually when it binds, it increases vasoconstriction, salt reuptake in the body, and a few other things that can increase blood pressure. But telmisartan will reduce the binding and therefore reduce your blood pressure. And I have noticed my blood pressure, even on TRT, would be at 140, 150 systolic over 80, 90 diastolic. But with my blood pressure medication, my blood pressure, even on TRT now, is back down to 110 routinely. So I'm really happy with 40 milligrams. And I've been on this for about 6 months now. Yeah, it's doing really well. Very well studied compound. I'm pretty sure this is on the WHO list of essential medications worldwide. And yeah, very well studied, very low risk of side effects, a very routine blood pressure drug. And I feel much more confident that I know my blood pressure on TRT is not sky high and I am reducing the load and stress on my heart. The next one for my hair is a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, dutasteride. So I take 0.5 milligrams a day of Dudanol, which is dutasteride, and it is a very potent 5-alpha reductase inhibitor to stop the conversion of testosterone to DHT. Finasteride is a very common option, Propecia, that a lot of guys take who are balding or who have some signs of male pattern baldness already. I wanted a stronger one, and finasteride blocks about 70% of the conversion. Dutasteride, we're looking at 90-95% of conversion being blocked through the testosterone to DHT pathway. So this I am really happy with, and evidently in my blood work, which I did a video on previously, my DHT, even on TRT levels, is down near the women's reference range. So I'm happy with my DHT being that low because I really don't want to go bald. It's one of my biggest, I'll admit, I've got a lot of failings in life, but me going bald is going to be, my biggest fear. And that may sound silly to a lot of you, but yeah, I don't want to go bald. And if I can save my hair through using dutasteride, look, I'm not expecting it to be perfect. Obviously, at some point I'm going to go bald. My genetics are not great, but yeah, if I can just hold on for another few years using something like dutasteride, that's a win for me. And I take 0.5 of this per day. And these are just more common ones now. The last four are just common ones. Zinc, mainly for the enzyme processes involved in the HPT axis. Mine is shut off, of course, but I do have neurosteroids being produced as well, like pregnenolone and DHEA, and some of the enzymes involved in that are very heavily reliant on zinc, and ensuring that those enzymes have enough zinc to be able to convert and produce neurosteroids for me is important still. Boron, I take this because my SHBG has floated a bit high on occasion. So taking 30 milligrams of boron a day has done wonders for my SHBG. It hasn't crushed it completely, but it has reduced it and has allowed me to free up some of the total testosterone and have it more readily available, because free testosterone is really the only form available to exert the positive effects of muscle growth and all the positive effects of TRT. So yeah, 3 milligrams of boron per day. Glucosamine, I take 1 per day. This just helps with my joint health, and I have felt anecdotally that my joints have been a lot less painful taking this. And yeah, so this one I take just 1 per day, pretty standard. And yeah, my joints have felt better, especially because I am lifting heavy in the gym, and a lot of you guys out there who do lift heavy in the gym, this may help you. And then the last one I take is just a simple magnesium, because my blood work did show that magnesium was slightly low, and for sleep as well, I find that this one helps. So I just take one of these per day, and it is 500 milligrams of magnesium per day. So yeah, that's all guys, that's my current supplement stack, hair and TRT and just some general vitamins, more general health stuff. And I hope that helps you guys, and I hope that is a bit of an insight into what I'm taking now and the reasons why. And yeah, I will see you in the next video guys, thank you.